So then guys, today I'm at the Samsung event for the brand new Samsung Galaxy S25 Edge. And this is an amazing phone. It is super thin to hold in your hand. And to be honest, we've been hearing lots of leaks and rumors that Samsung are going to be making a super thin phone. And I'm going to say this, they have delivered. This phone is only 5.8 millimeters thick and it feels incredible inside of your hand. Let me just show you here a comparison to the Galaxy S25 Ultra in the thickness. You can see the difference here. And look, this is also an iPhone 16 Pro Max here. This is the actual difference, what you can see in the thickness there too. It is one super slim phone, what we've actually got here. But this phone isn't just about being slim. It's also got a lot of other great features too. Let's go over some of them today. So as much as this phone is super thin, you probably want to know its actual dimensions. Well, it actually is 75.6 by 158.2 by that 5.8 millimeters thick. And also this phone is really light. And what I mean by that, it's 163 grams. Just to give you a comparison here, the S25 Ultra is 218 grams. So we're talking like 60 grams sort of lighter here. It was absolutely amazing. Because it's a Samsung Galaxy, you get a lot of the other sort of great sort of things built into it. So obviously we do have that Snapdragon Elite Chip inside of it, and also Samsung have worked with Qualcomm to customize this chip a little bit better to work with their phone. And obviously, yeah, it's really good. Just having a look at the benchmark here, you can see the actual sort of scores. And, you know, this is around the same sort of speed that we got like on the S25 Ultra when we benchmarked that earlier in the year. So yeah, Geekbench, this did do a really good job here. But for other things too, we have a 6.7-inch display on here. What is a Dynamic AMOLED display? You know, it's not a Quad HD display here, like the, let's say, the S25 Ultras, and also S25 Ultras a 6.9-inch display. Obviously you can't use like the S Pen or anything like that, it's too thin for that. But one other thing that it does actually have a better sort of glass on the front here. We actually have the new cornering Gorilla Glass Ceramic 2 on this, whereas before that we just used to have, say, the Gorilla Armor 2 normal one that was on the likes of the S25 Ultra. But apart from that though, the actual phone, like I said, it is really thin and it is feeling great in my hand. And for battery life, what you've got here is 3,900 milliamp battery inside of it. And Samsung are claiming that you can get a full day's battery out of this actual phone. For actual like storage and things like this, well, there's only two choices available. It's 256 gigabytes of storage or 512 gigabytes of storage. And then on top of that too, you've got three colors that you can actually pick from here. So obviously what we've got here is we've got the kind of new titanium kind of black. We've also got that blue kind of finish, and then also we've got that silver kind of finish too. I actually am a big fan of that silver kind of looking thing here. The actual frame is made out of titanium again, what is really awesome. But obviously there are going to be a few things that are missing from this. So, you know, I was talking about that display. Well, one thing that we do have missing is obviously that reflective sort of ability. You know, when you can go out in bright lights, what the S25 Ultra had, that kind of texture, that is missing on this. But there again, you do have that upscaling ability. So, you know, if you were to, you know, watch videos at 1080p, it can actually increase it up to 43% more enhanced. So yeah, you get a bit more of a crisper display, and even at 720p, that will really help there. Now for cameras wise, on the back here, we've actually only got two snappers here. Now what we actually have here is we've got the 12 megapixel ultra wide camera, and compared to the, say, the S25 Ultra, that actually had a 50 megapixel. So we've gone to a 12 megapixel here, but we do have the exact same 200 megapixel wide angle camera. Now Samsung said they've done some jiggery pokery with this lens a little bit to fit it in here, but you're going to get similar kind of results there. And then obviously what you can do with that is obviously you get pixel optical quality. So this means that you can get up to a 20 times AI zoom capability or up to 10 times digital zoom normal way, obviously. So if you use the AI to enhance it, yeah, you can get up to, say, a 20 times zoom capability on that. So yeah, this is quite good for most people out there who just need a standard kind of phone and obviously, you know, need these cameras. But this is where I think the crunch time comes to, is obviously is the price of this phone. This phone comes in at £1,099 in the UK, and in the US, just in case you want to know, it's $1,099 before tax and everything like that. So yeah, that just gives you the standard sort of 256 gigabyte model. Obviously Samsung right now
offering that you can get the 512 gigabyte option. And also Samsung do have their new kind of club option now as well. It's really good, where you can actually refresh your phone kind of like sort of around about every sort of 12 to 15 months, what is really, really good on that. And obviously you can return back your phone and get at least 50% back of your money, you know, within that time. So yeah, they're guaranteeing that. So it's really, really good kind of upgrade sort of system, the Samsung Club, that's actually come available here. But overall, the main selling point of this phone is its thickness. Like I said, that 5.8 millimeters thick. And it is a good idea. I do like it that Samsung have made a thin phone, but it's one of those things that we didn't really ask for a thin phone. We were happy with the thickness of our phones right now. But the other way I look at this too is like, say, like the MacBook Air, when that first came about. People were going, we don't need a super thin MacBook Air when that came out. We were happy with our laptops. But look how that changed the future and how sort of laptops went forwards, and MacBooks, that they started going thinner. And you know, this is the same sort of thing that I believe that a lot of sort of other sort of manufacturers out there are probably going to start to do now. They're going to start bringing out thinner phones for us going forwards, and kind of keeping battery life probably where it is right now. They're probably not going to actually make battery life better, or if they do, they might put those new carbon kind of batteries in. And just in case you want to know, this phone doesn't have that, just as a standard kind of lithium battery in it. So that's why the battery life is going to be kind of average for what you're going to get with it. And with this as well, there's a few other things just to mention about this phone. So obviously you do get, you know, One UI on here, One UI 7. And obviously this is going to be getting 7 years of operating system updates on this phone. So, you know, Samsung are providing here, and 7 years of security updates too, what is really, really good to actually know that your phone would last a very, very long time. Now, the other thing to also mention is also you get all the kind of sort of goodness of AI and bits and pieces like that. And in fact, you know, Gemini is fully built in here. And in fact, you know, just seeing a little demonstration here, just asking the phone about the Samsung Galaxy Edge itself, and obviously it was very good and very quick at giving me responses. And obviously I had a bit of a muck around with the cameras as well, removing people out of pictures and things, and it all worked just very similar to like a normal Galaxy S25 Plus and S25, and also the S25 Ultra. So yeah, it's really, really cool. The other thing as well, Samsung are also providing are some cases. So you've got some different sort of options. You've got a plasticky clear one here, you've got like a vegan kind of leathery kind of sort of case, and also like a silicone kind of sort of case too. And obviously that will make your phone a little bit more thicker. But overall, yeah, it's definitely a good attempt here of the first kind of slim phone out on the market.
So overall, guys, the Galaxy S25 Edge is super impressive. And the great thing is it comes out on May 30th. So yeah, make sure you go and pre-order that now if you're definitely interested in it. Because I think, to be honest, this is definitely a fantastic phone to consider, especially that it's super, super thin. Obviously still delivers a great battery life, what Samsung are saying here. Gives us most of the top features of the Galaxy S25 Ultra. It is definitely a phone to consider out there. But with that then, guys, what are your thoughts on the Galaxy S25 Edge? Is this a phone that you would be interested in? Well, let me know in the comments below. And with that as well, it's time to wrap up the video too. So if you've enjoyed watching it, please do press the like button. And as always, if you want to hear the latest technology news, reviews and comparisons, make sure you subscribe to the channel and also hit that notification bell too. Until next time, guys, I'll see you really soon. And I'm going to go play with the Galaxy S25 Edge a little bit more.